And good morning, people. Welcome back to Might and Magic 10 Legacy. We have escaped the Tomb of 1,000 Teleporter Terrors. After finding out, well, we're not facing an old raider. No, we're facing something much, much more dangerous. An ancient faithless. Not just any faithless. One of their most dangerous. Last I checked, only angels can really face up to a faceless. Straight up. But we do have a chance. A clue given to us by one of the elves at the end of the Tomb of 1,000 Terrors. We find a way to remove his mask. We may stand a chance. Now all we need to do is find a way to actually get rid of that mask. That's the hard part. But I've gone and offloaded finally. I can do that, and I actually did get a couple of interesting things. Kite shield of stasis. That's not really one of them. Water warding minotaur gauntlets of the Smasher. 4 to sword skill, not too bad if you have one. A Dwarven's Flame Spear of Parian, giving you an additional block. That's actually not too bad. You get a single block from the two-handed skill if you're going with that. So having 2 blocks is not bad. I believe, I've got 3 melee blocks on her. I don't really need a 4th. Is it 1 or... Yeah, 1 additional block attempt against melee strikes when you have a 2-handed melee weapon equipped. And spear gives you 2 additional block attempts anyway, so I don't really need a 4th one, really. Now if it was a general, maybe. 100% protection against curse ring, not too bad. Curse isn't really a problem for mine. I do have 2 people that can actually get rid of it. Plus 4 levels to the crossbow skill, if you're aiming for that, not too bad. Retaliation, 13 damage to melee attacker. I believe the max is 15 for that. I can't be too sure. It might be 20 though. But 5 armor value or 6, so I'd rather have the 6. Corrosion, so acid splash basically on this shield if it works. Resistance to all magic isn't too bad though. And now a couple of good, really, really good things. Not that I'm going to be using them, but yeah. 100% damage and protection against feeble-minded. I actually am going to be using this one. Iris has a feeble-minded already, but it's fire magic. The dark magic is actually going to be more useful. After all, our ultimate goal is to face a faithless, who is a servant of Melassa, who deals with darkness. Yeah, the dark damage is going to be better. Although fire, there are a few things of fire coming up as well, but we won't mind that. You already have 42. And yeah, another Might set of armor. This is actually an amazing find. I didn't expect to get this. 8 resistance to all magic schools. That's fairly good. 2 off the max. And plus 8 might. question is, do I use it? And I have been crunching numbers, mostly in terms of just equipping this onto people just to see how much their actual amounts would change. And it's not really that much, to be perfectly honest. I either have the 22 armor or an increase of 2 to 3 damage on the main hand attack, and 0 to 2 on the offhand for Tina. For Ray, it's a little bit more substantial. Instead of 14 armor, it's what's that? 6 to 14 damage. And for Iris, it isn't actually that much of a difference. It's 1 max damage on the main hand for 1 loss of all magic schools. So I'm not actually going to use it. I'd rather have the armor value at this point, I think. I also was looking at this Minotaur Gauntlet of the Chopper, and really it isn't that much of a difference either. Sure, it looks a fair amount, going from 168 to 175 max, but I don't think I need really any more damage. I think I'm fine for that, except what I get from my normal might upgrades at the moment. She does hit 3 times after all, Ray twice and Tina 5 times. But yeah, I'm just going to sell all this and then we'll go and speak to John Morgan. Okay, yeah, now our next thing is to report to John Morgan, and I don't know why I haven't picked these up before, but water flows freely, cures paralyzed status. They would have been very useful earlier in the game, and I believe I still have a few things that can do paralyze on me, so I'm going to keep hold of them for the moment. But John Morgan, where are you? Out of the darkness. We found our way out the tomb. We've now got to report to John Morgan. Where is on? Marcus sent his black guard against you. Barely held them off, but their goal wasn't to kill them. They took on. They have kidnapped a girl. There is... That's a no-no. That is definitely a no-no. Why would they abduct her? Morgan's the only obstacle to their war. Convince the court to give more time to solve the situation without bloodshed. Even Oswind has had to back off. Now that they have his daughter, he's cornered. Either he starts the war himself to get her back, or do nothing and Oswind enters the peninsula with his army. Certainly hope we have good news. About that. A faceless. After Uriel's deception, there's no way the other nations will believe that story. Dunstan, or Erebos, has really put us in check. But it's not checkmate. There's still one more move. He still has his charge to prevent a war. but he's not going to let Arn get into uh, the kidnapping of Arn go without punishment. He doesn't want to resort to it. But we need to go to the Crag and enlist Craghack's help. Tell him they have his granddaughter. Craghack is not going to be happy. So we need to go over to the Crag. However, there is one last place I need to go before I can really set the last part of the main game in motion. We are near the end of the main game. Once we have enlisted Craghack's help and gone to rescue Arn, we are in the very last part of the game. However, I've got a dungeon I still need to go to. So let's get some supplies, rest up, and I will meet you where I'm going. I wonder how many people remember this little NPC we've got here. Tamina. Mageblade of House Chimera. She's got a quest, the Cult of Meow. This is one of the extras that you can get. It's not downloadable, it's not a downloadable content thing. It's actually built into a reward system through the Ubisoft system. You spend points, you can unlock this quest and this dungeon. There is enough points throughout the game to actually unlock everything. The other unlocks are the 4 relics I got at the very start of the game. One of the Jinn henchmen in Sea Haven, and also a desktop background. This is the 4th of them, and likely the one that you will spend the most time with, unless you use the relics, which is always possible. But let's go and see what she's wanting.
We're here to help.
Supreme Temple of the Cult of Meow, was that? We'll have a look at on the map in a moment. But her sister Farah and her came to investigate a sect known as the Cult of Meow, founded by one of their elders, the Mageblade Kilra. Long time ago, Kilra was fused with an ancient air spirit that made him more swift, agile, and deadly. He led an elite squadron of similarly powered Rakshasas, which is their race, to battle. They were fearsome, unstoppable. But Kilra craved power. He wanted to be more than feared, he wanted to be worshipped. So he left the 7 cities. He has used the chaos of the Second Eclipse to establish the Cult of Meow. His followers, vulnerable minds in desperate need of a saviour, would do anything for him. He's turning them into an army, and there's no doubt he intends to unleash them onto the peninsula. The cult's supreme temple is located on a nearby island. Her sister, hot-headed as ever, went there alone, and we haven't heard from her since. It's feared she's been caught, or worse. Kira is dangerous and must be stopped before he gathers too many followers. Our help is needed to destroy the cult of Meow and rescue Farah if she's alive.
Yes! Don't we have better things to do?
So do we want to go to the Supreme Temple of Meow? Not now. I want to actually look on the map and see where it is. Ah, there it is. Supreme Temple of the Cult of Meow. The Cult of Meow is... yes, exactly what it sounds like. It is a cult based on the sound of a cat. I can think of multiple instances of that sort of thing in the Might and Magic series. So it is not a surprise to see a cult of that type of thing. But let's go over to the Supreme Temple of Meow. Let's go and rescue Farah.
Something is coming our way. Be ready.
We can talk to Tamina and head back straight away. She is our only way off of this island. And level 1. I believe this is the only level actually. But you can definitely tell this is a sort of sacred land for the Rakshasas. Sort of do look like cats as well, don't they? Meow, meow, meow.
There are enemies ahead.
Oh, hello. For those who've been wondering, these are the elite Shadow Panthers. We have, if we go through the bestiary, there are a number of enemies that we haven't seen the elite of, the Shadow Panther being one of them. Notice there's that, and if we put show enemies, we will see, if I can find it again, there's a space below Shadow Panther. This is where the elites actually are. You don't find them on the Ajin Peninsula. They're only here.
I feel stronger.
Retaliations, so they are going to do a bit of damage back to me, but really I should have no issues with these enemies whatsoever. I should actually be well stronger than them at this point.
Stay down!
Case in point, I just lopped off 95% of that one's health with Ray. So I'm not expecting a lot of challenge here. I'm really here mostly for the experience. I want Shayla to be level 31 by the end of this area. It's actually a lot more important than I realised up until now. But yeah, notice the wall moved. We have, as expected, a puzzle. And more enemies.
I wonder what happened to the ancient Shantiri.
That did something. Okay. Ah, that lowered that, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. And that did... something permanent, because it's not working now.
Looks like they smelled us. Who forgot to take a bath?
Still can't go beyond there, so I guess the only way we can go is round here. And that's another panel. Hello there. What are you?
Yes. Strong.
Ah, Raxashas. These, I believe, are the male versions of Tamina and her sister. This is the female, this is the male. These might be also the ones that were given additional power. But forearms, I do believe they have 4 attacks. Relentless, so they basically get additional damage when I actually hit them. And Vindictive, so if I don't hit them, they get extra strikes. Isn't that exactly the same as what the Nagas had? And you have blocks as well. What did we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like 4 attacks. Guess we can check to make sure. Raxashas. There you are. Yeah, 4 melee strikes. Makes sense with 4 arms. Only 1018 health though, so don't think I'm in really that much danger. And I guess I'm not going through there. Oh, hello. When did you open up? Unless that was that button there. That's possible. Let's have a look over here. Ah, magic door. We should be able to open all the doors. It's not... I'm expecting some things to later to have high levels of stats needed, but I believe I've got enough for the majority. And I can't go through, and this button didn't activate. Not that it really helps, because there is a key needed. So let's flip this switch I saw.
Looks like this one is mine.
And say hello to some more kitty cats. Yeah, why not? Might as well make use of it. There was 3 enemies in the way, so...
I kill you.
Heck, you did most of the damage, Shayla. That
Well, thank you.
actually helped. And, yeah, Raxashas. They're medium-sized enemies, so 2 on a tile. So, Shadow Panthers, they're small, so 3. Raxashas, 2 max. I think that was a critical for you. Critical, yeah. So you spinning your blades is a critical sort of animation. Not that you're going to do it too much. Okay. Nothing else really found though. still can't go through there. So that didn't really assist me in too much. Except killing a few enemies. Okay, you've been raised again. Does that actually do anything for me? Ah, it does. Okay, so when this is down, this moves across. When this is up, we can go past. And we have a teleporter. Hello there. Hello, Farah. Badly hurt and snarls defiantly. Not really surprised she's a cornered cat. We're not killers men though. Who are we? We're here on behalf of your sister, Tamina. We're raiders and your sister hired us to free you. And she's going to take the chance. Hopefully this time it'll do her good. She'll find her own way out. We just need to take care of Kilra now. She'll get back to her sister. We don't need to worry about that. We just need a way to the enemy. Hello, Elite Manticore. Another elite that we have been missing. Unfortunately for this, it's pretty much exactly the same as before. I should be able to defeat it fairly simply. Where is it? There we go. Elite Manticore 1809. I've been killing things with a little bit more health than that. Does do a lot of damage, 207 to 211. That actually is quite a bit of damage. So I do need to be careful of that. So you can almost one-shot Shayla. But we came over here for this button here, which should allow us to pass on the left side of this, around the corner now. No? Okay. Ah, there it is. Maybe that was already there. Ah, just some stuff. And nothing there. So I would assume that our next destination is over here. Can we actually go through now? Yes, we can.
Looks like they smelled us.
Still don't have a key for this door though.
There are enemies ahead.
Oh, hello there. I honestly don't
I feel stronger.
really care that much about you. Yeah, not really that much.
And stay down.
Okay, I have just given you 5 attacks, but I don't think you're going to get them off.
And stay down.
There's a lot of Rakshasas in this room. But really, I haven't actually rested yet. I probably should. Do need, well, or at least give Shayla some mana, at the very least. I might actually sell these medium potions soon. They're not really that helpful. Yeah. 200 health and 100 mana. I think it would be better if I just use the major potions. Ah, more stuff. Plus, I seem to be getting superior and supreme potions at the moment, so I've got more than enough potions really to keep me going. Wait, oh, I'm looking at the wrong map the wrong way. That's this door. Okay. But just like the other side, there's some enemies here. Elite Rakshasa. So we have already upgraded to the elites. Same thing, just a little bit more powerful, I believe. Well, except for that little bit of health. That you seem to be holding on to. And an elite manticore, which we've already know hits hard. But I have blocks for that. So the elite Rakshasas, where are they? They should be, there they are. They hit harder, have a better attack rate, and better evasion, but actually have less health. Sure, okay. Ah, the bronze key. Does that open this door? It does. Let's... Oh, looks like I need to do it because it teleports us up there. Let's not go unprepared.
Who forgot to take a bath?
Well, you're really inconspicuous back there, aren't you? Yeah.
Enemies ahead.
You know what? I'm just going to sit here. I could go back into this thing and fight them one at a time, but to be honest, I don't think I need to. Ray's poisoned, that is fine. I can easily kill that and cure that. But you're also weakened. Ah. I have something for that as well. If it's just these two manticores in this little area, I'm not too bothered. Sure, they hit hard, but nothing I can't heal. How am I doing? 2,500, 200, 2,600 left, roughly. Oh, when we're already to the boss. Yeah, the Temple of Meow is actually not big at all. This is Kilra. Bit bigger than a normal Sasha. We invade his temple, kill his men. He's going to teach us a lesson. Let's face it. You have chain lightning. I am going back here, actually.
Strong.
And you can come to me. And you're actually going to heal party. Where is it? There it is. Just so I've got a little bit of health. But he's a glorified Rakshasa, relentless and vindictive. He just has the boss. Tamina did say that Kilra was augmented by an air elemental. That's why he has chain lightning. But that also means he's weaker to earth, I believe. Acid Splash, Torn Armor, and there's some blocks. Do I want Burning Determination up? I don't think I need it, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Make sure I'm full health, and thank you very much, Ray. Thank you very much, Iris. For all his boasting with having relentless and vindictive, he hasn't done anything but chain lightning, which brings those two basically their effectiveness to 0. Essentially, because he's got these 4 attacks, he probably hits very hard, especially so with relentless, and any blocks or misses he gets give him extra attacks. Yet he's only done chain lightning.
I kill you.
For boss,
But this looks valuable.
he didn't really live up to his name, did he? A few more additional items, and we are done. Vitality, yeah, Ray, you can have that. You don't really need the health, but let's just give it to you anyway. But yeah, the Temple of Meow isn't really that large. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. You're likely going to have more time with the relics in your party, on your party's members. But it's nice for a little bit of extra experience, and unless I get 2,100 from the reward, which I doubt.
Yes. More glory.
The Cult of Meow will never recover from such a blow. Thank you so much. Please accept this token of our gratitude. 750. Not quite enough. Is there anywhere else I can get experience in the game? it's actually a legitimate question that I'm asking myself right now.
I know.
Because essentially, I have killed practically everything on the entire peninsula. There's possibly something from Jassad's beastry, but I don't think I've got enough for that. And I did the entire cult of meow without actually resting. Who knew? So let's have a quick check of the shop. I don't think it might not have changed. Oh, it has. Nothing I want though. So I'm going to go and check a couple of things, and really, unless I find something, I'm not going to be able to upgrade to heavy armor for a long time. So let's check on our beastry status with Jassad here.
Oxer flames will help.
Thank you so much for your health. As promised, his reward for your efforts.
Yeah.
We actually don't get anything. See, we've been busy. Thanks for the data, I mean the information. Intriguing, and many of the creatures look eerily similar to those I've encountered in other parts. But yeah, each time we need to just go back to him, and as you can see, he says we got a reward. We didn't.
Yeah.
Though to be honest, it's saddening that you're actually killing all these wonderful creatures. Well, it's the only way we can actually get them in the beastry. Especially on a world with your stage of social Jassad? Are you trying to say you're not from this world? And one more.
We're here to help.
Thank you for the help. And you say you believe all life has been created by your dragon gods. Find it fascinating, though it is regrettable that it led to a prevalence of fundamentalism among your kingdoms.
Yes, more glory.
And
Made this strong.
unidentified relic dagger. I think we've collected enough samples to have an accurate overview of Ashen biodiversity. I will be forever grateful for your help. It's time for him to return home. I doubt we'll ever meet again, but wish you the best in our adventures. Who are you, really? This explorer from a distant land, a place not unlike this one, but at the same time very different. Jassad Atqua, but you can call him Jat. Happy to have made your acquaintance. I believe Jazed is from one of the previous games. But if he's from 6 to 9, I don't know him, because I've never played them games. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, so we got the relic. It doesn't. You don't get anything until you've given him enough actual things, which I believe was 50 or 60. But at the end of it, you get 1,500 experience and a relic dagger. So let's add that. Two points in strength, 2 points in destiny. How are you doing? 19% critical chance. Excellent. Exactly what I want to see. So level 31, Iris. You are finishing up medium armor and working on endurance. Ray. You are continuing with arcane discipline. You don't really need the health from the endurance, and more resistance is always nice. Tina, you are finishing up with arcane discipline, it looks like, and working on what looks like endurance. Shayla, very important, 1 point into heavy armor. I've got master, I can now equip her armor. Like I said, if I didn't get it before going to see Craghack and starting up at the end of the game, I would not be getting it for a very long time. What else are we going with you? Looks like endurance. Yeah. Okay. I also went and identified these equipments and sold the medium, so I actually decided, yes, don't really need them. +6 to the dodge skill. I'm not using dodge really, not the skill itself. Protection against magical weakness. Not really that needed. I've got a way to get rid of it. And 100% protection against paralysis. That could be helpful, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually need that anymore. I think the scrolls should do enough. Let's go and identify this relic dagger quickly, at least get its name. I actually don't know what it's does. Prior to this playthrough, I have actually never used daggers as a weapon. I've used swords, I've used maces, I've used axe, I've used spears. Daggers are actually completely new to me. So I couldn't tell you even closely what this does. The Jambaya. Yeah, the Jambaya. If you're working on it and you want to have a go and have a look and see what it does, go ahead. I would actually like to know what this does and if it's actually very good. So if someone does know, feel free to tell me about it. I'll be interested to see any answers. I am good with what I've got though, the relentlessness and the might daggers, so, and it's not like I can actually use relics to find out as well, which is a bit unfortunate. But now that I've got my levels, I need to go and get these things. Arcane Discipline, I was just there. No, your magical yeah, your magical focus, the Arcane Discipline, is down here. Yeah, so Arcane Discipline for Tina. I need to go and get Heavy Armor for Shayla, that is in Carfal. And Medium Armor for Iris, which is in Sea Haven. So I'm going to go and get them, and next time I will meet you in the crag. Let's go and tell Crag Hack about his granddaughter. And let him fly into a rage. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. See you soon. Bye.